Hi, I'm Dr. Surls. I'm going to be evaluating your spine today from your belt line to the back of your neck. If I need to further evaluate an area, is it okay if I expose the rest of it? Awesome. Are you currently being treated in the clinic for this?
Yes.
Do you have any contraindications to being adjusted today?
Yep.
Awesome. Go ahead and check the table. I'll go ahead and have you sit facing that wall for me. I'm going to do a general scan, so go ahead and relax, nice good posture. Go ahead and have you lay face down for me. I'm going to further assess your right side. Assess your sacrum. Have a seat up for me, facing the wall. Go ahead and have you reach behind your back for me. Go ahead and relax, cross your arms for me. Go ahead and relax your arms for me. Go ahead and have you flex your chin to your chest. To begin with, I assessed the SI joint, and in my general scan, my line of drive was P to A, medial to lateral. I found a right restriction, so I decided to further evaluate that joint. So my contact point was the junction where the sacrum and the ilium meet, just medial to the PSIS. And in my ilium assessment, I assessed 4 motions. In my findings, I found a posterior glide restriction on the right. Next, I moved on to the sacrum, where I assessed the 6 points on the sacrum and found a rotation restriction on the left oblique axis. Thoracic region, where I did a general scan assessing 3 motions. I assessed flexion and extension, feeling for separation and closure at the joint, and rotation, feeling for the spinous processes to move independently, and lateral flexion, feeling for separation as well. My segmental contact point was the interspinous space. My line of drive was lateral to medial, feeling for joint play as well. In my findings, I found a flexion restriction, right rotation restriction, and right lateral flexion restriction at T6. Then assessed the ribs, assessed elevation and depression at T6 level. My segmental contact point was the intercostal space below and above the rib. My line of drive for elevation was inferior to superior, springing up, feeling for end play. And my line of drive for depression was superior to inferior, springing down, feeling for end play. The ribs, I did not find anything. Then moved to the cervical region. My segmental contact point was the interspinous space. I assessed flexion and extension, rotation, and lateral flexion. My line of drive was P to A, lateral to medial. And in my findings, I found a flexion restriction and right rotation restriction at C4.